Yes.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to my new YouTube channel, Susan Lynn Spiritual Way Shower. Really appreciate you joining me. This is my first live on this channel.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, let's
So
take that off.
awesome.
Yes, thank you so much. And I have Donna Norris here who's with me to break it in. I really appreciate that. She is an amazing pet psychic. Actually, she's an amazing pet psychic. She's an amazing psychic and amazing medium. So she kind of has, oh, and talk to her about crystals. Look, this woman, I called her the other day the Swiss Army knife of spirituality. Like, what do you need? She has got an expert level of understanding about it. So thank you so much for joining me, Donna. How are you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. So happy to be here. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's so exciting. My first live on this channel.
This is
And before we get started, I do want to mention one thing. We'll be popping through your comments. I don't know. There's roughly 100 people here. We can't do 100 readings, but we're going to do as many readings as we can. But before we get started, I want you to just watch Donna in action because you might be interested in a class she has coming up next Sunday. Next Sunday. And it's the basics of animal communication. So that means the basics. Like if you're like, I'm not sure if I can do this, or I'm not sure if I'm even intuitive or if I'm psychic, you really don't know until you do the work. Believe me, that is my story. I didn't know until I did the readings. And then I realized I can do this, right? So if you're interested in that class, it is super inexpensive. It's only $59 for a couple of hours of instruction. So check out her website. It'll be in the link down below. But what is your website, Donna?
DonnaNorris.net. And just
DonnaNorris.net. Awesome. And
go
and
to
and
it.
Donna's the one who helped me with my Zoe. Because when Donna met Zoe, she was literally a kangaroo slash jackrabbit, tiger. I don't even know what combination of things. And she looked at Zoe and she said, no, she's just a baby. That dog, y'all, went from being psychotic to like laying on her back with her paws up. I mean, like now
Doing
is
this.
that really her? Is that, yes, is that her like subconscious name or was that a name from a past life? But anyway, Donna cracked the code on that dog. So look, I'm telling you, she's really good at this. Thank God, because now I have a whole Zoe and I have a new understanding. She is the queen, she is the baby, and then everything's fine. Donna, have you been on Coast to Coast AM? The radio? I think it's a radio show.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Love
well, if
to. Coast
somebody, yeah, if somebody knows Coast to Coast, I
to
think we both love to. So yeah, no, I don't think she has been on there. But let's get started. Are you ready to get started, Donna?
Sure thing. Yeah, ready.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
I don't think because I just don't think I made you a co-host. So I'm not sure what permissions I don't think I did. My bad. Okay. I'm not good
Okay.
at this stuff. Let's just do our best. Okay. You won't be able to put things on the screen, Donna, but we'll figure it out, right?
Oh, okay. So yeah. Well,
I
you
don't I
you
don't know. I don't think you can. If you can, do it, but I'm not sure you can.
nope, I can't.
Because
So
because I need it's a two-step process. I'm sorry. I didn't do step 2. I just did step 1. Um Yes. Okay. Martha Foe says, so glad that she found it. Hey, we're happy you found us too. Lots
yes.
going on. Any guidance is welcome and appreciated. And I'll say, starting out with this first question, I get it. Sometimes we don't know what to ask and we just want to like help some kind of
Yes.
help, whatever, I'll take it. But think about it in the chat, you guys. The more specific your question, the more specific your answer. Oh, look at that baby. That dog is not real, I swear to God. We can't see him.
This is
Bogey.
Bogey. Bogey
I
needs a
swear
haircut.
he's not real. Look at him. That is a cartoon dog.
Good boy.
He's a good boy.
He
But
loves
anyway,
things, so he'll probably get between me and the back of my chair in just a minute. He just loves the
as soon
energy.
as you do readings, he's like her co-pilot. Well, you have 2 co-pilots, but that one is the one that actually has to be physically on you. Okay, Martha, let me see. And we're going to kind of blow and go because now we're up to 142 people here and I can't have a conversation with you, unfortunately. But if I do ask you a question or Donna asks a question, be ready to answer, because otherwise, you know,
Yeah.
we can't wait forever. And actually, I don't even think I have moderators. So I might have to, while you're busy, Donna, might have to throw wrenches because I don't even have moderators here.
I'll stay in the bottom of the feed for the most recent comments so that if people reply, I'll catch it. And then
thank you.
You can handle the other part. We'll get it, guys. We'll get it.
Okay. Martha, do you want to go first with her, Donna? Do you have something coming through?
The first thing that comes in for me is just that there's so much, Gemini energy in this month coming up to this new moon, but it's about to shift. Coming up this Wednesday, day after tomorrow, we're going to be shifting. So the astrological energy is going to be a lot calmer and a lot more steady. And I think if you've been feeling a little all over the place with a lot going on, I don't know, this up here to me is like behind enemy lines. So if I think too much, I can just overthink anything. So let me just tune in. Go ahead, Susan. What are you getting? The first thing that popped up for me was just the energy in general. It's affecting her.
Scattered. So when you say Gemini energy, not everybody understands that. So Gemini could be a scattered energy. It's also very mental energy. It's like overthinking, over processing. So Martha, I feel like you're kind of have a lot of things going on, but you know what your guides are saying? Take a deep breath, because all of the stuff that's going on around you is not you. If you really take a moment, and you'll see it's everybody else's stuff. Everybody else has got issues, or things are falling apart, or they have challenges, but it's not really you. Not so much. A lot more of it is other people. There may be a few things that's happening for you, but your guides are like, this is a good time to understand boundaries and understand you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? You can give people that good advice. You can help them, but they have to choose to take that action.
And put the oxygen mask on you first. You can't pour from an empty cup, because it's what it feels like. A lot of people are pulling on your energy. Sometimes we just need to step back. So I hope that helps. It should get a lot calmer by the end of this week, though, just in general. Everybody should start settling down. Okay. Got a new one?
Yes, sorry, I was adding Vivian as a moderator. To do that, I have to mute myself. I have to open YouTube in a different tab. There's a lot of steps going on. So thank you so much, Donna. Thank you, Martha. I hope that resonates with you. I think the guides are saying, like Donna said, we can all use this message usually, what's mine and what's not mine. And maybe I'm wearing myself out trying to help other people. That's what I would say, Martha. Take good care. You're very welcome. All right. Okay. Sorry, Kat. I wanted to go to Kat. Kat Knapp. Message from my Lily, who crossed Rainbow Bridge in January. She was 18 years old. All right, Kat. When I do, I think Donna too, when we do mediumship readings, that's basically we're talking to pets or people that are no longer on this plane of existence. It is helpful to have feedback sometimes. So if you're around, Kat, get the keyboard out and just say yes or no. If we feel like we've got your baby on the bat line, then we'll keep going. But if we're talking to somebody else's cat, because now there's 181 people here, it's easy to kind of aim for Lily, but get George. So
because her internet is messed up. So I'm assuming Lily is a cat.
Lily is the cat. Lily, who crossed the Rainbow Bridge in January, she was 18.
Okay. Yes, she said yes.
Okay. What did she have teeth? I don't know why Lily is showing me this, but I'm just seeing tartar or teeth problems. I'm pointing to my upper teeth. I don't know why that's important, but she wants to talk about it. Like, it might not be that they hurt, but there's something about her teeth that she wants to talk about. Anything else that Lily wants to say? She's happy. Is there a grandpa or a papa or some man on the other side who is
in spirit also?
in spirit also, and who accommodates her, or acknowledges her, or it's like she God, I'm getting chills. She's on his lap. She's rubbing against him, and he's allowing that. I don't know why that's important. What are you getting there, Donna?
She's coming in for me as if she's like wrapped in a boa. You know, she's a really beautiful, regal girl, and she's coming in all, you know, just sort of slinky and very, very poised, very much in her prime again. And she's taking this boa, and it's like she's lifting it across your energy, Kat, and she's, you know, wanting to wrap you in this feathery light comfort. So, and I also have to wonder if that touch, if any of you have ever felt a boa, you know, those little feathers just kind of brush up against you and stuff. If you ever feel that, Kat, just know that that is her. That's her energy. That's all it really feels like when we feel them touch us. Sometimes it's just like a little bit of a very light pressure we'll feel, or a brush like that almost feels like a light feather against your leg or some part of your body. I've seen footprints also on the top of my bed, but she's telling me that she does come to check on you, and she's seeing that for you things have sort of started to transition from the deep grief to the grief and the waves of it that still come, but mixed with the wonderful memories and the happy times and the joy that she brought you. Oh, see, she's saying she feels that on her leg. So yay.
Oh my God. And you're right. She was a long hair calico. So basically like a feather boa with four paws.
Yes. And so she's wrapping you in a loving hug. So I hope you can receive that.
I love that. Yeah. She's good. She's fine. I don't know whose lap she's hanging out on, but whoever it is, he's very accommodating. It's almost like he's surprised. Like he either wasn't, I don't know, there's something surprising. Like it's almost like she's saying, he lets me get on his lap, but nobody else can. Like, again, that sort of princess kind of energy. Like I get what I want when I want it, because I'm deserved it. You know, this is normal, right? This is totally normal. All right. Very cool. Thank you, Catnap. Great reading, Donna. Super. I want to go back up here. I threw some wrenches. I missed you, Lisa. I'll come back and get you. I was over there on the other tab just throwing wrenches at people. I hope y'all don't mind. I just like, you get a wrench, you get a wrench. So it's kind of hard to do readings and co-host and do wrenches all at the same time. But I'm going to try to find Cindy.
Oh, Cindy. Thank you, Vivian.
Oh, let's see. Cindy P. I just know the question, but I can't find it, so I'm just going to say it. Cindy P's dog, Buddy, crossed over. It's a long story. It's her son's dog, but it was her dog. Okay. So does Buddy have a message for her or her son? I think.
Buddy comes in just like bounding in, like coming in full steam and almost like skidding sideways to stop. Oh, there you are, kind of thing. And he is just so happy and full of energy. He's also excited. He's like, you can feel like a car ride all the time. So I don't know if he enjoyed car rides, but you know how you see those dogs and their tongues hanging out and the wind's making their lips flap and stuff like that. He's like, you can feel that all the time.
I love that. I love that idea of it feels like a car ride all the time.
Yeah.
That's
and he
fantastic.
Can explore. He's also feels like he gets to explore a lot. He feels super strong and really like rested and rejuvenated. So I hope that helps. I don't know if you have sensed him, but he is there, and he does also check on your son.
He checks on everybody. I think. Yeah. I think he's making the rounds. Like he checks on everybody.
If you see like a flash of light, I feel like he's showing me that can be like that flash of light in the corner of your eye.
Wow. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoy getting signs from Buddy. You can also ask him for signs, to bring you signs. And then if you get a sign and you're not sure, you can ask him to show me another one and ask for something specific. Like with Susan finds balls all the time. I find feathers and, funny shaped rocks and things like that. So, ask for a sign like that if you choose. Whatever works between, for you and Buddy in your life.
That
Something
reminds you. Yeah, that
yeah, he
reminds you
knows
of that.
you'll know it's him.
Yeah,
Right.
you'll know it's him. I had a dog that would get the biggest tree trunk limb that you could get and go through the woods, clock, 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 like not, this dog would never put that thing down. And when we went to the vet to let her go over the Rainbow Bridge, I went on this little walk, and there was, in the middle of no trees, there was this big, huge, the perfect size for her, like, to be like this big around and this long, and it was right there. And I knew she was just saying, thanks for the memories, thanks for the good times, I love you, here's my sign, I'm okay, I made it. It's almost like when your kid calls you and they let you know they made it, right? And then fast forward like 15 years, and in the middle of nowhere, this sign shows up, the same type of stick. And right that same week, I had taken my dog Zoe to the vet, and my vet said, she's starting to remind me of your first big black dog. And I'm like, yes, you see, it's multiple. It's like I saw the stick, and then my vet was like, man, she's turning out just like your other dog. There's so many personality similarities there, right? So it's a multiple signs a lot of times.
Yeah. And I think the way he came bounding in, he wants you to know he's better than okay. He's doing really well. He's having a
Full of
great
energy, full of
yeah.
energy. I feel like he feels like he's 3 or 4. Like when we sometimes when we see people in spirit, they show up at their favorite time of life. Like for me, that's what he feels like. He's young and just full of energy. All right, let's go ahead. I hope that helps make you feel a little better. I know how hard it is. Believe me, Donna and I both know how hard it is to lose our babies. Thank you, moderators, new moderators. Thank you for accepting that. Thank you for being there for me. I appreciate you. Yep. Okay. Here, Lisa Foster wants to know, I have a message from my dog, Ezra, female Pomeranian, passed in December of 2022.
Okay. She's coming in. As she comes in, she's coming in with a little bit more of a laid back personality. She definitely had her opinions, and she had a way of like putting her paw to let you know that she had something to say, or that's not enough, or that kind of thing. She had her opinions.
She had her opinions.
But she feels like she's pretty laid back, and she was easy to get along with, and she got along with the other dogs and cats, and she seemed to like everybody and everything. She was not a real big like bird chaser or anything like that. She was really much more into lounging, if you will.
Lounging, I love it. Yeah, Lisa says she was perfect. And she thought you were perfect. I think you guys were frickin' frack. I think you guys really, like if somebody went left, y'all just vibe together. You literally fit really well together, which is, doesn't always happen. Sometimes pets have a lot of personality that, they have their own personality. So I'm glad that you got that kind of baby, that kind of companion.
Well, she was there to open your heart, and she definitely feels like she did that. So that helped you on your evolutionary journey, and you certainly gave her a love-filled life. So that's beautiful. What a perfect combo.
What a perfect combo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lisa. All right. Let's move on. Okay, I'm just trying to grab comments as they're flying by here because we're up to 224 people. Old Windwalker says, any messages for me? Current cat is Karma. Many former cats and a few dogs. Anything going on with Karma?
I do feel like there is something going on, maybe physically with Karma. I don't know if Karma has had a loss in appetite, but I
I
feel
picked
like
that
I've
up too.
got something like a tummy ache, basically.
Like I wasn't sure if it was her food. Like I was like, she doesn't. I was gonna ask, is she a picky eater? Can you let us know if she's been having any? You might not even notice this because we're in her energy, and sometimes it doesn't, manifest in the physical. She's picky on food. Yes, she is picky on food. So this could be more than being picky. It could be something else going on there.
I'm getting it. I'm getting a taste in my mouth of like tuna fish or fish. So I don't know if she likes fish or if maybe she would like to have some more fish, but I'm getting a taste in my mouth of fish.
That means she wants fish. Lucky
Yeah.
you to be
Yeah,
tasting
lucky
tuna.
me.
How nice.
Not what I had in mind for dinner.
Yeah. Donna's the one who taught me that when you go into, because we did a class together on pet, pet intuitiveness as well. Dogs can make you taste grass, or you know what I mean? Like it never occurred to me, right? Like, so yeah, Donna's over there got the tuna on the taste
Yeah.
palette. Thank God it's not something worse. Yeah. Um, okay. Well, I think Karma's doing okay. I would just pay attention because the I think the food, yes, Karma's picky with food, but I also think there could be some extra something going on. So just kind of pay attention to that. You'll know if it's something. It'll manifest in the physical. Like she'll get diarrhea or something else will happen.
Yeah. And make sure
Anything
she's
else for Karma?
she really feels well and truly in charge and in her element. So, and she likes to basically survey her kingdom. So wherever it
Oh,
feels,
it's a he. I'm sorry. Sorry to misgender Karma. It's a he.
sorry about that. But yeah,
He
there's a
likes to
part,
he likes to have a higher perch.
yeah, like on the back of a chair or maybe on the bar, something like that, where it can be up. So,
And I feel like he thinks nobody can see him. Why do I feel like he thinks he's watching everybody else, but nobody knows where he is? Or he
yeah,
likes to be invisible, or he just likes to watch from
be an overseer. Yeah,
the here.
exactly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I hope that helps. And as far as all your other crew, I do feel like they come in the house, but I mean, all your past cats and dogs, I think come, especially if there's a dog that is like a sniffer, like a snuffler sniffer dog that comes in and sniffs your feet and legs. When you're by yourself, because I'm telling you, I think karma runs the house. Like, you know what I mean? Like karma doesn't put up with anything. So a
Yeah.
lot of other spiritual animals coming through, I don't think they feel as comfortable with karma. So I think they catch you when you're by yourself.
Yeah. She's comfortable in your home, in her space. She likes her space. Many
Karma is
visit.
a void. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just
Okay.
sorry about that. His space.
Okay. His space. Okay, that's cool. Well, anyway, I mean, and he's not mean. That nobody. It's just that they kind of like leave him to himself, and they visit you when you're in the bathroom or specifically in your bedroom. I feel like too. Okay, yeah, I see you, Seascape. I'll throw you a wrench in just a second. Okay, let's move on.
Volunteering. That's awesome.
I know, I love that so much. Okay, let's see if we can find any humans. We got all the pets, which I'm happy to read for pets all day long, honestly. But there was a few humans. Oh, wait, what's happening with Leon? Oh, heck, we got to read this one. You read this one. I'm going to go get Seascape a wrench, and I'm going to be right back.
Katie Spielman says, I'm so worried about my rescue dog, Liam. He has cancer and isn't feeling well, throwing up, weak, won't eat. Is this a virus or the cancer? He's a fluffy terrier and loves everyone and everything. Aw, he sounds adorable. Okay, hold on. As Liam comes in, I feel like there's something going on. I don't know if his cancer is in his bones, but my back is hurting. Let me just say, he's giving me this feeling in my back. And again, I'm feeling something in my gut this time, whereas with Karma, it was at the top of my stomach. This feels more like down in my gut area, intestinal tract area, where there's something going on. And it just feels like it's painful to process. Okay. So I don't pretend to be a doctor, but this does feel like the effects of the medication, maybe the effects of the ailment itself, the cancer itself, is having an impact on his energy level and his ability to process food. And so it's sometimes easier just to not eat as much because they just don't feel like it. This is what it feels like to me. He just aches. So bless his heart. I don't know if you ever do any energy work, Katie, or if you feel like you'd like to extend some love to Liam to just kind of help keep him comfortable and calm. One thing that I was just talking about this on the last time I did a live on my channel, but it's really helpful. Put your hand on your heart. This is your giving energy hand, your right hand, generally speaking, and this is, you can send from here, and then put this hand on the heart of your dog. I'm going to show Bogey as a sample. See, put my hand up here, like over his heart.
We can't see Bogey.
Can you see him now? I put my hand on my heart and then my other hand on his heart, and I'm sending love and peace and calm to him. So it's too bad he's black. He just doesn't show up on the camera, huh?
I mean, I don't think it's pointed low enough. We can't, the angle.
Oh.
Wait, am I doing it wrong? Okay, yeah. We just can see the top of his head, but that's okay. We get it.
Yeah, just put your hand on his chest, and you can give him some comfort that way. It really does help keep them in a better frame of mind, especially if they don't feel well. So I hope that helps. It's also really good for fireworks. We have the 4th of July coming up. You can do that in advance to keep them calm.
Yeah. I think just keep an open communication with the vet. And since he does have cancer, you can have an open communication and just say, I feel like this new symptom has happened, or I feel like this is happening, and allow that relationship with your vet, because your vet might say, oh, that's a common thing, let me prescribe this, right? I think sometimes we don't want to bother the vet or the doctor or whatever, but we have to really be the advocate. So I feel like you could reach out and get some other help, maybe from a vet tech or the vet.
And he's like, I just feel like my chest is heavy. Like it's an effort, to breathe and keep going and keep up for him sometimes. So that could be a side effect of the medication, but it could just be general lethargy from the ailment. Sorry. I hope it gets better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the hardest thing, right? It's the hardest thing to take care of one of our babies that's sick. And oh, it's so hard. Sending you hugs, Katie. Take good care. Well, there was some people here that had people questions. I don't know if Seascape, if I sent that mod to the wrong person, but the chat is moving. So sometimes if I hit it, I missed the person, but I thought I sent it to the right person. Let's see. Follow the Light wants to know, can you ask how my old friend Julia R is doing and if she is at peace?
Absolutely.
I feel like, and again, you might want to tell me if I'm in the ballpark, because again, now we have 258 people here. So I might be talking to somebody else, right? But Julia R comes in as, for me, I feel like she can have a bit of a presence. Like she can be a presence. And I
So a
think
little
that she had a
cheeky.
sense of humor. What's that?
A little cheeky, yeah, sense of
A little
humor.
cheeky, a little cheeky. And I would love her. Actually, I would love Julia. She would be a lot of fun. I think that she she's saying, I don't have a filter. She would say things like, people would be like, wow.
I
But
see her with
she's
a cup of coffee. Yeah.
a cup of coffee, nice. Yes, I think that she's fine. Look, she's adjusted. It was an adjustment. I don't know. She doesn't really want to talk about like what happened, because I think also she was the kind of person who didn't focus on the past or negative stuff. She was forward focused. Like, let's not cry about all that. Let's move forward, right? So she's
Yeah.
showing me that she kind of moved forward really quickly. But she has a lot of opinions. Donna calls it cheeky. I call it, you've got opinions. Like she's got opinions about things, but she
Not
does
afraid to
send you
say them.
signs. She does send you signs, and she is with you. She does check on you. She would be someone that if you got a reading, I think she would be very chatty. She communicates very well through this. What do you think, Donna?
I do, but I also think that, she's like making me aware that she has shed a lot of the things that, used to bother her in her human life. It's like now from that perspective, she realizes how little most of that stuff really mattered in the overall scheme of things, and she wouldn't let herself get so spun up about it if she had it to do over again. Haha, no filter. Yeah. So, but she's not one that she feels like there's no grudges left now.
I love
So
that.
there, everything is gone. No hard feelings. So I hope
Yeah.
that helps. If there was ever any discord between you guys, it's certainly not on her end anymore. No grudges. Not with anybody.
Or with somebody else, right? Like,
Right.
or you know what I was picking up, and this is what I meant when I said if you got a reading, she would be very chatty. I can't like, I think Donna and I could sit here for an hour and talk to her because
Yeah.
even though she has elevated, and it's true, she has elevated, but she'll come back down. She's like, well, I'll come back down. I'll come back down and sit and have coffee with you girls, and so. I feel like when Donna says no grudges, I feel like there could be somebody in your life, follow the light, or somebody who was in your life that maybe Julia thought you were better than, or that person wasn't being
Did you
very
wrong.
kind to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where I feel like that's what Donna's picking up with the grudges, like or disapprove, like why would you let this person treat you that way? But maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I was getting.
Okay. Thank you for the
All right.
question.
Yeah, thank you. She's a blast. I mean, talk to her, ask her for signs and music on the radio. Like you'll hear songs places that might remind you of that time frame. That would be her. She's got a whole toolkit of signs that she works with. So she's a lot of fun. Okay. Spirit is just like making me like focus on things. So
Okay, got it.
Lasalot says, I'm alone at my office, 5 a.m., and at least an hour before anybody else shows up. But something makes noises, slams the commode seat down, coughs, and opens and closes doors. But I am the only person there. Well, let's get out our ghost hunting hats on, Donna.
Sounds like
Ghosts
you have
are us.
This person feels like they're not that old either. They're not like a old curmudgeon or anything like that. They feel like they're, I would say, like in their 30s. How does that feel to you, Susan? Are you picking up on
Yeah.
that? It feels like a male energy and just generally pissed off. This is not how he thought things were going to go.
Generally pissed off.
I mean, and
Curmudgeonly. You said curmudgeon, right? Yeah, I was getting curmudgeon.
but
Yeah, it feels like a male, Allie. To us, it feels like a male.
the
I
way
don't
this
know.
person crossed over took them by surprise, and they're still mad, and they're blaming somebody in your office.
Oh, now we're going to get the tea
So
here.
they're
Who are they
mad.
blaming? What's going on?
No, but there's like not going to the light, not doing it, not till I get justice. So
That is such a common thing with ghosts.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've let anybody else in the office know, or if this is something that you don't particularly want to share for fear of how that would be received. I understand that too. But I don't feel like it's directed toward you. I think it's somebody making their presence known to get the word out. You know what I mean? So that the person they want to know understands beyond a shadow of a doubt. Because whoever it is, they're experiencing this ghost also. You know, one-on-one messing with that person. So your experience that you're having is basically going to serve as proof to the other person in the office who they're mad at and who they blame for their crossing, that there is somebody there, that there is spirit work going on there.
But how is that going to go for laughs a lot? I mean,
she's almost like collateral, he or she, like collateral damage. You know
that's
what I mean?
I'm saying. I don't think this is a good thing. Like,
just report it. Even if you just put an anonymous note in the coffee room and say, you know, there's somebody here making mischief. There's a spirit in the building.
But do you think Laughs a Lot should get in the middle of this? Because I feel like you just said, collateral damage. I feel like Laughs a Lot is going to be used, and Laughs a Lot is going to be the one that comes out the worst for it, because the whole office could find out and make fun of this person or ostracize this person. I just feel like just because here's the other thing, Laughs a Lot, you can hear this stuff because you've got abilities.
Yeah.
Believe me, some other person could sit in your chair and never hear it and never notice it. And I promise you can hear it because you have abilities. So that's another thing to take in consideration, right? And then secondly, I'm not sure that I would get in between them personally. I mean, how could you win? What would, you know what I mean? Like, usually when you point out something that's happening, it's like, don't kill the
Everybody
messenger.
points back at you, right? Well, type a note and leave it on the door of the coffee room, anything just to kind of get the word out. And then you have the ability also to tell this spirit to leave you alone. They can go away and come back whenever that other person's there. You know, go pick on that person. If they're mad at them, go pick on them.
It's
Leave
true.
you alone.
Donna's right. They're making themselves known to you because you can hear them. Number one. Number two, they want to use you to get to this person. I just wouldn't be a pawn. I wouldn't be a pawn. I think Donna's right. I would tell them, you're going to be quiet. Here's the deal. You're going to be quiet. You're going to leave me alone, or I'm going to remove you. I'm going to call the ghost police, which is Archangel Michael. I'm going to make your life not a happy thing, and I'm going to get you out of here by hook or crook. So let's make a deal. Leave me alone. Leave me out of this, and you do your thing, and I'll do my thing. What do you think, Donna?
Yep. And there's also other things you can do. Like you can sage it. You don't have to go around with smoke in the office or anything like that either. There's unscented sage spray that you can spray all the places where you're experiencing these noises and things, and just tell them, you know, in the name of Archangel Michael, or whoever fits, you know, with your belief system, leave now with harm to none. You're not welcome.
You're not welcome.
Yeah.
And it's really about your intention. You can spray the sage spray and not believe it, and it's not really going to work. But if you believe this spray is going to clear out you got to believe it. You got to have the intention that you can tell this ghost to beat it. And if they know, they can read your energy. So if it's in your mind, I think that's not really a strong intention. But if it's all the way in your whole body, I know in every cell of my body that if I say you have to go, you have to go. Believe me, they can read your energy. They know you're serious, and they'll skedaddle.
Yeah. Butterfly Kisses says fire hose that sage spray.
Nice. Yeah,
Escapes and tell them back off, Jack.
that's true. That's true. And whatever, you can make anything a tool, but you have to really believe in it. So yeah, absolutely.
Pick your poison, dish it out.
Yeah, right.
Nobody deserves to be treated like that.
Right. This is I don't know. This is kind of going on a limb here. I do want to preface this by saying that we are not giving medical advice. We're not giving veterinary advice. This is all thoughts and impressions, and for entertainment purposes only, because it's illegal to give therapeutic, counseling, financial advice, medical advice, and we're not doing it. Okay. So having said that, as our disclaimer, Lee B says, please, I was diagnosed with dementia about 5 years ago. My therapist doesn't think I have dementia. Can you tell me anything? That's a really horrible place to be in. It does feel like, I don't know what Donna's getting, but it does feel like a misdiagnosis. It does feel like more, how can it be more complicated? I don't know, but they're saying it's a more complicated diagnosis. Dementia can be like a blanket diagnosis. This is not correct. Yeah, it's exactly, Donna. Yeah, it's like
a ball of yarn. It's like interwoven. But there are a few memory indicators there, but gosh, anybody over 30 is going to start having things they forget. Please tell me I'm not the only one. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, we do. It's for real. People do have some memory issues, but it doesn't feel like dementia to me.
It doesn't. It does not feel like that to me. So if this is, and it should be important to you, right? You might think about getting a second opinion. You may think about getting some other testing done. But yeah, it doesn't feel like that to me. This is not the right diagnosis. And I'm not saying there isn't one, but it's not this one. And I don't feel like it's not a straight line. Dementia is like a straight line. Like we know that it's going to progress in this manner. And what's happening with you is not at all like that. So I'm sorry you're going through that. It's horrible. The medical situation in if you're in the United States is pretty horrendous.
Yeah. And it's not made any better with medication. Sometimes medication makes it worse because they make more money when you're sick. So. Yes, exactly. So I'm glad at least your therapist is on your side. And your symptoms did mimic dementia. There were some odd circumstances. Well, that's what we're talking. Donna and I are talking about odd circumstances. Something isn't right. It's not a straight line. That's all the guides keep saying. It's a different combination of events that are happening. And maybe a neurologist would be a better person to see, someone who could have a better view of your entire neurology instead of, and maybe you went to a neurologist, but you might just want to get a second opinion. I would do that too. Take good care. Just take really good care of yourself. That's a tough place to be. Really tough. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and read the comments. Terry's talking about vascular dementia. There's a lot of help in the comments too, but always everybody use your own discernment, okay? But definitely a lot of support here. Lynn Reed says, she's been desperately trying to reach her husband who died 2 years ago, but has not had any luck. Do you see him around me? Try and give me his name, but yeah, I can tell you while Donna's connecting, I can just tell you this because I'm a medium and I've lost people that I love, right? Emotion tends to block their ability to communicate with you. So in the beginning, you're grieving and you want to connect with them. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, it tends to block it or slow it down. So
The first thing I would tell you is, you said I've been desperately trying, that desperately part, right? So just back off on the energy and just say, okay, I'm at peace with your, I mean, maybe you'll never be at peace, but let's just say we're at peace. I'm at peace with this situation. I know I can't change it. I love you. I miss you. And if you can send me some signs, that'd be great. It's when you're not looking for them that they pile up. Like, I can ask right now. Donna said, I find balls. I find things. I can ask, please send me a ball. I'm not going to find a ball. I just not. I'm going to find it next week when I'm not looking for the ball for whatever reason. What do you think, Donna?
I think that he is around you. I mean, we're only a thought away. Once we're in spirit, it's so easy for us to come back into this realm. And so I feel like every time, he's checking on you, every time you're thinking about him, he's popping in and just trying to send you some energy. So as Susan said, what that manifests like sometimes can present as a sign. So he's trying to do what he can to let you know that yes, he's there, he's okay. And I don't know if you have tried to ask for him to come to you in your dreams, but that's often, when our brain finally relaxes and we're sleeping, we can receive messages and we can receive sometimes what looks like a waking dream, a full on dream of people who have passed. I know Susan and I were talking the other day about someone that we both know who passed recently at the beginning of this year, and I had not been aware of it. And I went to sleep that night and had a dream, and had a visitation from that lady in my dream. So, and it was very comforting for me. So I don't know if perhaps because my brain, as soon as I'm awake, it's just like going 90 to nothing, and I know a lot of us are like that. So especially if you're sensitive, you also have all this incoming energy from everything else in your field. And it's sometimes hard to discern because spirit energy is so subtle, right, Susan? It's soft, and she has had dreams, but he leaves me and tells me he doesn't live him anymore or live here anymore. Yeah, he is, they do have things going on once they're in spirit. It's from my understanding is from what they've told me and my experience, they're not over there just floating around on clouds and eating bonbons. They've got stuff going on. They have school, like we come to earth with our soul in these bodies to have earth school, and then we go back and we don't have to worry about this body stuff anymore, but our soul is still trying to evolve and still trying to learn. And so we have a lot of things going on over there in the other realm, but that doesn't mean that a part of them can't come away and come and check on you. So all of our loved ones are just a thought away from us. So Lynn, I hope that helps. Oh, I don't know about.
So this has happened. I've seen this happen before, where especially women, in my experience, their loved one comes back and says, "I don't love you anymore." Like I've seen this many times in live, just like this. I don't think that is him. I think that's your concept of him abandoning you. I think that that look, let's just go into his energy right now and put the man on the spot. You know what I mean? Like I really do, because I've had this happen before. I think it's supposed to be translated into, I can't love you the way you need me to love you, right? You're desperate for me to be human. I can't do that for you. I have to be over here now. I can't love you in that. You're not going to get that from me, right? But I don't think he meant it the way you're taking it, or that you got it the way it was given. What do you think, Donna?
Yeah, I feel like, his energy feels like it's intertwined with yours. And it's
rock
and it's
solid.
Yeah, like there's no end to it. And so you're still connected, and you'll be reunited when it's your turn many, many, many moons from now, to cross over. He will be there. Yeah, it's like your souls were meant to be together, but I don't feel like we're here to learn to love more unconditionally. I can't imagine. I've not heard of a spirit coming back and regressing. in spirit form.
No.
Generally progress and we evolve up like this. I just haven't heard of that going back. So, and I feel in his energy that there's nothing but love there.
Yeah.
So
but he has to help you disconnect. He has to help you move on. Yeah. He has to. He can't be your rock anymore. And that's so he knows he has to create that distance between you so that you can live your human life. Because humans, we have a choice. We can lay down and give up. We can just say, I'm not living my life, right? I'm just going to go through the motions. And he doesn't want that for you. He wants you to have a vibrant life full of love and to look at those sunrises and sunsets and experience life. So he doesn't want to hold you back.
Right. There's more for you to do here.
See, he was very worried about leaving you. Yes. And now he knows he can't, I'm trying to make that. Okay. It's tough love. It's kind of tough love. You know, you have to just say, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't be here for you. It would drag you down. It would actually drag your energy down.
Wow. He had cancer for 7 years. That's a long fight. Brave man.
Strong. And you too, you're exhausted too. Like there's also an identity change because now you're a widow, but you were a caregiver for all those years. And now there's nothing, like all this emptiness in your life. And how does that get filled back up again? So you might think about therapy. You might think about grief groups, because other people, you know, Donna and I've lost a whole lot of people, right? But we haven't lost a spouse that we've been, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have that exact experience. So finding people that have had that experience is going to fill your cup up. It's going to make you feel like you're understood and someone gets it.
And there are maybe mediumship would be good for you to look into, taking some beginner courses in that, and or psychic development, so that you can be more attuned to the subtleties and the ways in which they come in. So I hope that helps. I know we have a mutual friend, Susan and I do, named Suzette, who after her husband passed from dealing with cancer for several years, she just felt like a big empty vessel. And she started taking psychic development class, and then she got into reading tarot. And the next thing you know, she was starting to feel like smiling again, and like laughing again, and getting on with things. It took a while. So be easy with yourself. And Charlie's been gone for 10 years now, and I still can't have a conversation with her that we don't talk about Charlie. Charlie and I share a birthday anyway.
I meant to tell you, he came to me the other day. I've never even met this man. I've never even met this man. And I saw this vehicle in front of me, and I said, "Oh, that looks like a Jeep." And I heard this man say, "That's not a Jeep." And I'm like, "Who's over here dissing me in my own car? Hello." And I looked, I said, "Oh, that's not a Jeep. That is not a Jeep." And he was like, "I know it's not a Jeep, got told." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Charlie." But yeah, he had to do the same thing with Suzette. He didn't send her messages every day. He came to me. He came to Donna because she was in so much grief and pain. She couldn't get the messages. She couldn't. And it took her a long time to even believe that they were messages. It really did. It took her a long time. So this is a process. It's not going to be something that's going to happen immediately.
And now she can receive signs and messages from him, and she does communicate with him. So I see in Lynn there, she feels like she's clairaudient, and she's been thinking about taking a mediumship class. I hope you do.
Right on the money, Donna.
Yeah, because you'll find it'll be so affirming for all those little things you wondered about. Am I crazy? No, you're not.
You're not. You're just psychic.
You're just a medium.
Medium. And just be patient, because even though you become a psychic medium, it doesn't mean you're going to talk to them immediately. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be reading for other people and wondering why he isn't coming in. But again, it's just that energy kind of matching. Grief is really down here and he's up here. And then as you kind of get balanced, then you can talk to each other a little
Yeah.
better.
Then you're on more of the same vibration.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we're going to move on, but you're saying he came to your granddaughter in a dream and he told her that he couldn't come to see me yet because he knew it would scare me. See, there you go. That's what we're talking about here. It's not because he doesn't love you. It's because he's trying to give you space to do the human thing, to grieve.
Yeah. Get past the worst of it. It's hard.
I hope that was helpful.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a couple of more. Donna, we're almost at an hour. Tell me how much time you have today.
I'm good. We can keep
You're good
going.
for another 10 minutes,
Sure.
5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay. I thought you had something else. Okay, good. We'll go for a little bit longer here. Thank you.
But hold on a minute. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. I get all caught up in this, and it's like I don't want to go back to my left brain. I like being in my right brain. 9 o'clock, so I'm good for a bit.
Okay. That's what happens when you're channeling too. You're not in 3D land. You're not in like clocks, whatever. Yeah. Don't mean nothing. Okay, let's do a few more questions here. Donna, please remind me next time to make you a co-person, or I need to get in a better habit of that. Not in the habit. Okay. Venus says, what are my gifts? My gifts are starting to open. Which one will I be best at leaning into? What a cute dog. Look at that baby dog. Oh, that baby.
Sweet.
I'm getting feelings. I would do them all. Go ahead.
I feel like clairsentience is going to be one of her first superpowers, to feel into.
And that's feeling. Clairsentience is feeling. Right. I feel this is going to happen. I feel this person is happy, sad, whatever.
Or feeling the energy in a room, really being able to read a room quickly. How about you, Susan?
I love that. I think you actually have claircognizant. I was trying to say clairvoyant, but my guide said claircognizant. So clairvoyant is seeing, claircognizant is thinking. And I just think when you're learning, let it all. Like, why not try them all on? That's like going to the store and only trying on the blue shirts. You know what I mean? Let's try all of them. I'd be surprised about something that, wow, I didn't know I could smell. That's clairaudience. Why not just stretch your wings and see which ones pop up? And then the other thing to know is that they're going to change. Like I go through periods where my clairaudience, psychic smelling is woo all the time, and then it'll just disappear, right? And then all of a sudden I'm hearing things, and then that, so these things kind of come and go too. So that's good to know, so that you don't think it broke or something.
Sorry. Venus is saying being able to read a room comes naturally. I thought, LOL. It's like, oh no.
That's what happens. You don't know because you're like, doesn't everybody?
Because we can do it, but no, it's not to everybody.
People, my God, are you kidding me? You've seen people walk into a room and blunder or say the wrong thing, and everybody's like, quiet. Yeah, that's so funny.
Good at mouth disease. Exactly.
So you heard spirits for the first time, right? So, cool. I would just allow spirit to communicate to you the best way they can at that time, which might be any number. Let them have all the options available.
And one thing you can do is like start a little journal, even if it's just like in a little notepad that you carry around, just a month and the day. And put, like, if you saw something, put an S. If you hear something, put an H. If you feel something, put an F. And a know something, put a K. That kind of thing, so that you can go back through and you'll start to see patterns. You really will. And you'll start to see how you're shifting through. And it's just spirit working with you to help you exercise your muscles, develop all those gifts.
That is so true. That is the best advice. It'll blow your mind. When you go back and look at it, you'll be like, wow. It's really good to help you see how far you've come and also how long this has been going on.
Yes.
Great advice. Here's a great question for Donna, who I know as Donna's the first woman that I ever met I know, I don't think you're going to be upset with me saying this because I think we've talked about it before, but y'all, a lot of y'all women carry stones in your bra. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I did not know that was a thing. Y'all are loaded down with stones in your bras. I don't know how that happens, but anyway. So Bonnie wants to know, will stones intensify all the clairs?
Certainly. Some stones are better for certain clairs than others. So yeah, depending on which one you want to help bring to the forefront, you could Google, you can go to my website. I do a lot of crystal videos, and I have some videos on psychic development and different things. So you might be able to listen to those and get some tips on some crystals. And I try to not use unusual crystals that are hard to find or real expensive. I try to make it easy for you to collect them, and you don't have to have, a big giant chunk like what I've got behind me. It can be little, like something this size or even smaller can pack a powerful punch. And you can try it. I mean, start with amethyst. That's pretty easy to find, and it's great at opening up your crown chakra and divine connection. So you can start with that. But yes, to answer your question, stones intensify all the clairs. Clear quartz crystal is a good all-purpose for all clairs. There are some stones that are good for all the clairs, but clear quartz is a great one. So awesome. I hope you enjoy that.
Yes, and just remember, Donna has a YouTube channel as well. You can find it on her website, donnanorris.net. She's got a class coming up this weekend for $59, the introduction basics of animal communication. So You guys see us doing it. You can do it too. She's got this class online, 2 hours recorded, so you can watch it later if you can't be there. But I learned so much from Donna. I've learned so much from Donna about animal communication. So she's a great teacher, as you can see. Let's see.
I want to like a step-by-step way to connect, so that you'll feel pretty confident about it after. And we're even going to have like a little practice session a couple days later. So the following Tuesday night, if you want to come and practice, we can practice giving readings
for $59. So you actually get 2 classes for $59. Okay. Really good price, actually. So yeah, check out donnanorris.net for that information. Okay, so we have a question, and I swear to God, every time I ask this question, I'm going to say your name is Anya. And let's see, will I be moving again anytime soon, perhaps because of a new job? Honestly, I dread the thought again so soon. But you're probably sensing it. There's a reason you're asking. You're sensing it and you're dreading it. That's kind of, you're sensing it and it's causing you to dread it, I think is what's happening. What do you think, Donna?
Well, I'm looking down the timeline, and I do feel like there's something coming up, but I don't know how do you define soon? Because to me, we're just now getting into the hot weather, and this feels like it's going to be like toward the end of the hot weather and breaking into autumn. So
of this year,
if you consider that soon, then that's pretty soon.
This year, Donna, 25.
I don't know. I didn't ask.
I know. That's why I'm asking you, because there's some energy around that.
Yeah, it does feel like it's this year, coming up this year. You have free will, though. You can choose. You can choose not to. But I feel like there's it's like the sun is shining brightly on the other side of that road, taking that road.
I think this is going to pay off. I mean, maybe the other moves were like, they're showing me like little steps, like they paid off, but it was like maybe smaller steps. And this one feels like a release of nerves, a release of energy, like almost like, oh, okay, this feels different. Like it feels different to you after this move than it has other moves. And do you see, Donna, that this move would be that she would be at this place longer? Like, does this feel like more of a permanent or semi-permanent move, or how does that feel to you?
This is a move that's going to feel like coming home. This is going to feel like super comfortable. Like maybe you've lived there before in another lifetime or something, but it's going to have that feel of comfortable right away. just settling in, and it's just going to light you up from the inside out. Does that make sense, Susan?
Yeah, it makes sense. And she said nearby, like back to Asheville. So maybe that's, like you just said, going home, right? You've only been in your new place for 2 years. I get it. Believe me, I get it. Listen, you guys, the other thing about this year is 2025. It's an endings. It's a 9-year. Everybody's moving. I moved. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are moving. And we're halfway through the year. We're not even at the end of the year. So I know you've only been there 2 years, but it feels like Spirit is saying, it's time. I just see them picking you up and putting you down over here, right? It doesn't have to be Asheville, but it does. I agree with Donna that it feels like a past life there, or like a past life there. There's a familiarity, like, wow, this feels like home in a way that I'm not sure that you've ever experienced before. So if Asheville feels like that to you, it could be that, but there's another place. Do you get anything else in? Do you feel like it could be another city in North Carolina or no?
I feel like it's a place like that in that latitude where there's all four seasons.
Right. To the east, because Asheville will be all the way to the west.
Yeah, it could be, because there's a feel of salt air, a feel of not necessarily on the coast, but near.
Okay.
Sarah. No, I don't know. I don't know my towns. I don't know my geography that well.
Well, what was the word?
It's very green, or it's green. I'm hearing green. It's either very green, or maybe it's got the.
There's a town called Greensboro or Greens something in North Carolina, but that's kind of that's what I'm saying too. It's like it's on the same latitude or longitude, whatever that horizontal line is. But you'll know. I wouldn't push the energy on you. I would sit back and just see where, just kind of try to let it pick you up and carry you, because that way you'll go where you're supposed to go. If you try to figure this out, if you're like, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to figure it out, then your brain is going to get involved and you're likely to make a mistake. So I would just sit back and see how Spirit brings things to you, ideas, people, little unplanned trips, maybe. Try not to overthink it.
Some people are saying there's a town called Greenville.
Greenville. Okay, Greenville.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that's where, I'm just saying I kind of got what Donna got. Goldsboro. I think there's a Goldsboro and a Green. Anyway, just feel into it. Don't overthink it, because I feel like you're a serious mental person. Like you think like you're a person who can figure things out, right? Like and that's not going to help you in this situation, because your thinking is not guidance. Hopefully that helps, Anya.
Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Wish you all the best.
Have to let us know. You'll have to let us know.
You'll have to come back and let us know. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't rush it. Just let it all kind of come out. Because if you follow the guidance, you're going to get what Donna saw, which is this, wow, this feels peaceful. This feels like home. This feels like no stress. This feels like I don't have to work
in
hard.
The flow. Yeah, like in the flow.
You're in the flow, right?
Is there a Greensboro? Just so you know, Susan, there is a Greensboro. You were right.
Okay.
It's northeast of Asheville.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
We both got the green, and I think I just don't want you to say, I don't want you to get from us that we're saying move there. I'm saying this is some energy that we're feeling. I'm not going to go as far as to say this is the place, but I would say if you happen to take a little trip and if it feels good, it might be the place.
Cool.
Donna, you're gonna have to tell me when you need
time for one or two more.
Okay. All right. I
have to walk the dogs.
Well, I don't want to get in the way of that.
They have business to do.
Okay, sorry, you guys. That's true. Dee Dee says, I just noticed that both your pictures on YouTube channel have water features. It is not a coincidence. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so true. Okay, let's see. I didn't read this. I just have to click it. Have been working, Colleen says, have been working more with my clairs for the past 2 years and having difficulty with clairvoyance. Do you see any reason why?
I feel like your guides are wanting you to tune into the other clairs right now. And there is a reason why, but it's like, more will be revealed. For right now, it's about focusing on these other ones and leaning into them so that they feel just as comfortable to you as the clairvoyance. Because I think you certainly have clairvoyance and it's there. But I don't know if you've had this happen to you with Spirit, Susan, but it's happened to me where I just I'm not hearing anything. And it's because I'm supposed to be developing and spending more time developing some of the other clairs. And then as I do, then all of a sudden I'm hearing things again. And so it cycles through. So I really wouldn't stress about it. Just kind of go with the way you get your messages right now, and it will come back around. And the next thing you know, you'll be seeing all kinds of stuff in your mind's eye, and you'll be wishing it would shut off.
That is a good explanation. Honestly, it really is. When we want something, it's like catching shadows, so the guidance, you can't want it. You can't demand it. You have to kind of ask for it and then be in a state of receiving, right? And then when those two things are connected, then it starts happening. But it doesn't always happen on a timeline or with what we want to happen, right? The only thing I would add to what Donna said is that I feel that sometimes there is a whole thing that people cannot see. There's a whole diagnosis that is out there that some people just can't see
visualize
in their mind's eye, right? But I don't think that's you. I just think that it's a little bit discombobulated right now, and I think it'll work itself out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. I'm happy you're working on your clairs. I'm happy everybody's working on their intuition. This is what we should be doing right now, really and truly, working on ourselves. Joan, I just want to send my heart. I know that Donna does too, to you. She says, what will I do for the rest of my life? My husband died last month, and I really don't want to be here. And I'm so sorry, Joan. And I hope that you understand this is your community, right? You can come on any live, really and truly, in our community, and people will send you love and talk to you and be there for you. But again, this is another situation where having a grief group where people understand your grief, where you can be there for them and they can be there for you. This is how you heal. Because you have to go on. There's no choice here, right? It's not fair and it's horrible and it's not even understandable, right? Like I'm going to say people that are mediums say, well, I don't care because they're just over there. I care. I'm a medium and I can talk to those people who are just over there, but they're not in my physical presence. It is different. It is a loss. So I don't let anybody tell you they're just over there. Stop grieving or stop being upset. That's BS. We get to grieve the physical loss of the person in our life. That's a big deal, right? So they are just over there, but we have to get through the grief first to be able to kind of accept that and let that be a balm to our heart. Anything you want to say, Donna, to her?
It's impossible to know the right thing to say. It's impossible for me to say, I know how you feel. Nobody knows how anybody else feels. But my heart goes out for you. My heart hurts for you. And I just wish that, time takes time, unfortunately, but there is more for you to do, and there's more for you to experience, and that love will still be there, you know, throughout time. It's most of the time, you know, the people that are soulmates, we've been through other lifetimes before, and we'll go through future lifetimes with them again. So it's not a goodbye forever as much as it feels like that it is. It's a goodbye for right now, and I'm not saying that to dismiss your feelings at all. I say that to hopefully bring you some peace and some comfort in knowing that it's not forever. Hope that makes sense. I hope you can
It
receive.
does. It does.
Yeah.
Yes, we send you our love, really do.
So many people are over here sending you lots of love.
Yes, yes. It's so hard. I'm so sorry, dear. And when you're ready, you know, you might get a mediumship reading from somebody. I don't do readings. Donna does readings. A lot of people do readings. You might get a mediumship reading. It might start it for me personally, and this is funny because I'm a medium and I can talk to my dad, and God knows I talk to my dad all the time. But when Donna or somebody else brings my dad in, it feels like he's alive again. If it's completely different when somebody else brings my loved one in. I don't know why, but it is. It's just like I literally feel like, my God, I just had a conversation with my dad, even though I talked to him. So that might be something in the future when you're ready that could be helpful for you. Every medium is different, so you might have to kind of figure out, you know, what works for you. But I know that can also be a little bit of a help on the grieving process. And ask for signs, right? Like, again, when you're in this much grief, it's hard to get them, but I would still ask. I'd still ask for them, because he is trying really hard. He loves you. He misses you. He's trying to, and he also has a sense of humor. I think sometimes he had his response was a sense of humor instead of being serious, or he responded in a funny way to make you laugh. So he's trying to do that, and you'll probably, I feel like he'll come to other people, right? Like our other widow on this, he might come to other people, like a family member or something.
Right.
It doesn't mean that he loves them more. It just means that they were open to that, whereas you're still locked up in the grief reaction, which is perfectly normal. Yeah. I mean, the right reading can be very, very healing. So hopefully we, take good care, Joan. My heart goes out to you. I know Donna's does too. And you guys, I think we have to close this. It's been a good hour and 18 minutes. Wow. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Donna, for coming to my first live on my other channel. If you just stumbled across this, I have a whole nother YouTube channel. And this is my new one that's focused on spirituality. And I hope to do more spiritual interviews and just a lot more spiritual stuff, because the politics can get very heavy. And we need whatever we can to pump up our vibration, right?
We have to be the light. People need that energy.
Yeah. We have to take care of our light. We have to take care of our light.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah, we have to keep our light shining, and we do this through this community, right? I love you guys so much. You're so supportive to each other and to me and to Donna. Really appreciate you. Don't forget, donnanorris.net is Donna's website. She does readings, she does classes. She has one coming up this weekend. She has a YouTube channel. So please support her and check her out as well. And if you're on my channel, please subscribe. If you're normally visit me on my other channel. Thank you all so much. Take really good care of yourselves, okay? Take really, really good care of yourselves.
We love you guys.
Yeah, much love. Take good care, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.